crowd is making a lot of noise.
I hope for the same thing.
It is as expected on this place.
Come on, take the ball away, America's team! America's team! That's who we are!
Despite the final 24-19 result in favor of Pittsburgh, Dallas is definitely on the right track moving forward. Welcome into Cowboys Flashback. I'm Dani Sureck. Dallas enters the bye week at 2-7 after losing Sunday to the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. At the end of the day, a loss is still a loss, but there are plenty of positives to take away from this week for the Cowboys, who held the lead until the final 2 minutes of the game. Dallas held Pittsburgh to just 46 rushing yards, which is an incredible improvement for a defense who had struggled with stopping the run for the entire first half of the season. Special teams had a phenomenal game. Tyrone Crawford blocked an extra point, and on a wild kick return, Cedric Wilson received the ball and then tossed it laterally to C.J. Goodwin, who took it 62 yards. The Cowboys started their fourth quarterback in 5 games. Against Pittsburgh, Dallas started Garrett Gilbert, whom they signed in October, giving Gilbert his first career start. After the game, what was at the forefront of Gilbert's mind was the fact that the Cowboys weren't able to get the win. But he was still able to look back in hindsight and be proud of the way he had prepared and played in his first NFL start.
I thought we did a nice job all day. They presented some stuff up front that was a little different than some stuff we had seen. They did a really nice job changing looks up, and I was really proud of our guys, especially up front, the way they communicated and got us out of some bad plays and into some better plays. And I thought we did a nice job preventing a lot of negative plays tonight, and that's a testament to the guys up front doing a really good job communicating and staying with me at the line of scrimmage.
Garrett, what was it like to go on the field there for that last drive? And when was the last time you were in a situation like that with a chance to win the game?
Obviously, it's been a while. You know, but that's what you live for as a quarterback. That's what you live for as a football player. And unfortunately, those last 2 drives, I just couldn't make enough plays for us to finish that one off. But that's the type of thing that you dream about, and that's the type of situation that you live for as a quarterback.
Garrett, I was watching you after that final throw as the game ended, and you kind of just stood there. You had your hands on your hips, took off your helmet, and kind of just watching it all, processing it in front of you. What was going on in your mind as that game ended?
I mean, losing sucks. You know, I felt like. I felt like our guys played really hard today and played really well, and we deserved a chance to win that game. And, you know, obviously we gave ourselves that chance, but it's just tough when you know, when all of us together put everything into that thing and then come up short.
Can you describe what the last play was designed to do, and how did you see it unfold?
Yeah, we're pushing everyone vertical, and then had CD coming across the front line of the end zone, and you know, there was a chance for it. Moved up in the pocket a little bit, and I just missed him a little too far inside. I think he had a shot at maybe making a catch there. I got to, you know, give him a better ball.
You seemed pretty comfortable, Garrett. Is that fair to say? And how would that have compared to what you might have thought going into a first career start?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I felt pretty comfortable out there, and you know, I think that's just, you know, I think as an offense we did a great job preparing all week. And getting ready to play against a great defense, and I felt like our coaching staff and this entire team did a great job getting ourselves ready to play. And you know, when you're prepared, you feel more comfortable out there. I don't know what I expected going into the first one, but it was exciting to get out there and play and get to lead those guys.
By the end of the first half, Dallas snapped their own streak of 3 consecutive games with 10 or fewer points. The Cowboys recorded their first touchdown in 3 weeks. Don't go anywhere. More on the Cowboys' offensive improvements right after this.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T. Rico's products make every game a home game with Rico's. And by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T.
3rd and 7 at the Steeler 20. 3-0 Dallas, mid-second quarter. Gilbert drifting to his right, nowhere to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. Lamb got behind the linebacker, and Lamb caught it for a touchdown.
Rookie wide receiver CeeDee Lamb snagging the first Cowboys touchdown since Week 6. The Cowboys have now started 4 quarterbacks this season. They spent the entire week leading up to the Pittsburgh game playing with 2 different quarterbacks to see who they wanted as their starter. The Cowboys were deciding between Cooper Rush, their former backup, whom they let go this spring and then re-signed about 2 weeks ago, or Garrett Gilbert, the quarterback they signed in October, and the quarterback they ended up choosing. Lamb says he was impressed with what he saw from Gilbert in his first game as a Cowboy and his first career start.
Garrett is definitely a warrior. That's how I look at him. He kind of was thrown in the fire, and this is how he responded. He had a pretty decent game, and can't thank him enough for everything and his contribution to this offense and to this team. And guys like that, you can only lean on them and pray for him and hope for the best. And he definitely came out and he took the right step forward. Obviously, we didn't come out with the victory, but Garrett definitely had a pretty solid game.
CeeDee, you have played so many games from behind this year. Did it feel different having that lead 3.5 quarters out of the game?
Not really different, just because, you got to play 4 quarters in order to win a game. And obviously we didn't, and Pittsburgh did a great job of, making adjustments at halftime and then coming out and playing better ball in the second half. We just got to finish. It definitely felt good to be up, but, we lost, so it kind of, bittersweet moment.
CeeDee, with the Steelers coming in at 7-0, you guys at 2-6, did you feel like they maybe overlooked you guys at all in this one?
Going in, we go in with the mindset that there's 0-0 records. So, however they look at it, I don't know. They have their own coaches. Coach Tomlin does a great job of preparing them guys. Obviously, they're 8-0, so they've got something going over there. So.
CeeDee, what happened with the fumble late in the second quarter there after your reception?
It was a great play by the DB. I thought I lost him, obviously, in my view, but he made a great play on the ball. I was holding the ball kind of loose, and I definitely learned from that mistake. And you just got to use it as a stepping stone.
CeeDee, what was the mood of the team throughout the game? From afar, we look at it as this is the only undefeated team in the NFL, and you guys are hanging with them, going blow for blow. Just how were you guys on the sideline? What was your confidence level like?
You just got to keep fighting. Like I said, you got to play 4 quarters in order to get the end of the result you want. And on the sidelines, it was great energy, great passion. You see guys that love football. I'm grateful for this team, and man, that was a fight. It was a grind. We made them earn everything that they got. So can't thank this team enough, and I'm looking forward to the next ball game.
You felt this was the best game the offense had since Dak Prescott's gone out?
Definitely. If you look at the stats, we've moved the ball a lot more, rushing and passing. We got in the end zone. We put up numbers, and I feel like we can only grow from that. It's kind of that's the bar for us. That's definitely the bar. Just go in and score every opportunity we can.
CeeDee, what was Coach McCarthy's message after the game to Dallas? You had into your body.
We fought. We definitely fought. Gave it all we got. But at the end of the day, it's about winning. So we back at the drawing board. Next week we got a bye week, but we're still looking at it, looking to attack the week, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm grateful for this team.
Lamb had some impressive catches against the Steelers, but he also recorded a fumble when he had the ball punched out of his arms. Turnovers have been the Achilles heel all year for this Cowboys team. They have a -11 turnover ratio, which is the worst in the league. Running back Ezekiel Elliott says defenders have really mastered punching the ball out, so it's important this team stays focused and locked in on those situations. Despite being 2-7, Zeke still has confidence the Cowboys can win the division and make the playoffs. Don't go anywhere. We hear more from Zeke next.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T.
The final score of 24-19 in favor of Pittsburgh might imply that the Cowboys didn't have a good game, which is simply not the case. For the first time all year, Dallas entered the second half of the game with the lead, and they kept that lead until the final 2 minutes. Dallas had a much more balanced offense, and running back Ezekiel Elliott seized the progress. Their banged-up offensive line allowed just 2 sacks, which is the fewest for them since Week 5. Zeke says that it's important to recognize that growth and that despite coming up short, the Cowboys have continued to improve and fight every week. Now, it's time to start winning.
But we're never, there's no more victories here. You know what I mean? We're still here to win football games, and we got to figure out ways to win football games, and we got to get back to the lab and get better.
How did you feel today? I know you were at game time decisions. How did you feel with your hamstring today?
You know, I felt all right. You know, as the game went on, it definitely loosened up and more. And I got to thank all of our trainers, especially Britt, you know, just working with me all week and getting me ready for today. And then, you know, my PT, Brian, we worked a lot outside the facility just to get that thing ready. Yeah.
What did
you see from Garrett Gilbert in practice that allowed you to know he was going to be able to be the guy?
First thing I realized about Garrett is that, you know, he knows our playbook. It seems like in and out. He knows it very well. For him not to have been here for that long, I think he has a really great understanding of the playbook. And, you know, but on top of that, though, you know, he has some dog in him. He went out there and made some big plays, and he gave us a shot.
Zeke, what you think of Pollard today? Like he had a little bit of juice going at times.
Oh yeah, he was definitely lights out. Tony Pollard. That sounds weird for me to say that. Yeah, TP. He definitely had a great game. He was breaking some good ones. He's a special player.
He has to break now. I know you're not a numbers guy, but real briefly, how would you assess the first half of your season right now for you as an individual?
I think I could have played better. Obviously, I have the 5 fumbles that I wish I didn't. But you know, I think other than that, I've had a solid season.
Zeke, on that note, how costly were the 2 turnovers today for y'all in offense, and how do you reconcile that you had the turnovers but also were able to move the ball better than the last 2 weeks?
It's definitely hard. They definitely were costly, and they were very situational. You know, it allowed them to kick a field goal before half, and then the one in the red zone. I think it's the second week in a row we've had a turnover in the red zone. We can't get to the red zone and not get points, so we gotta take better care of the ball, and that's kind of been the moral of the season. But we gotta get better at that.
The Cowboys still have 7 games left, and we'll see every divisional opponent again, which is why Elliott says that the Cowboys are not out of this. He says there's still plenty of time for them to turn things around, win the division, and make the playoffs. The Cowboys defense had their second straight week of a strong performance. And on the other side of the break, we hear from a leader of the defense on why things are really starting to click for them. Stay with us. Welcome back to Cowboys Flashback. The new defensive scheme is really starting to click for the Cowboys, who have had their second straight week of a phenomenal performance where they played in unison. Now that things are starting to click, they're able to make those bigger plays. The Cowboys are starting to force turnovers, they're containing the run, and they're forcing more 3-and-outs. Linebacker Jalen Smith says there are plenty of positives to take away from this week's game and plenty of things for them to build off of after this bye week. He says as long as the Cowboys continue to dig and fight through every game, the wins will start to come.
For us, it's just about continuing to grind. We're headed in the right direction. You tough loss, like we said, but there's a lot of things that we can build off of and momentum. And for us, we feel like we're never out of the fight, so we just got to keep digging.
You got anything else, guys?
Your thoughts on how you guys handled Ben and his group in the first couple of quarters of that game, because that was the best you guys have looked in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about learning from our mistakes, understanding what we're doing well, and just continue to build off of it. That's really what it's about. Got a long season left. We're gonna I take advantage of this bye week to get our bodies right and get our minds and spirits right, and come back for this second half of the season. We'll be ready.
Does Garrett Gilbert, in your opinion? Go ahead.
What you say?
Does Garrett Gilbert, in your opinion, give you the best chance to win at the quarterback position?
For us, we're fighting with all those guys. We're fighting. It's going to take every man for us to get victories, and you're just happy to be a part of America's team.
Jalen, how would you describe the confidence of the unit in Mike Nolan's system at this point, and what does a game like this specifically do for that?
Just building confidence, building trust, understanding what we need to accomplish, understanding each play what we must do, and then going out there and competing, winning our one-on-one battles, getting so much better at that. So we just got to keep going.
Jalen Smith says head coach Mike McCarthy's post-game message to his players was to continue to grind it out and have grit through the entire game. Don't go anywhere. We hear more from McCarthy right after this.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, Academy, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, Reliant, an NRG company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full access to coaches' film and game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl. Subscribe at DallasCowboys.com/Game Pass.
The first half of the season hasn't gone according to plan for the Cowboys, who enter their bye week at 2-7, and in large part because of the long list of injuries that have plagued this team. The Cowboys have an injured starter at almost every position and have had to fight through a lot of adversity through the first half of the season. However, despite all of that, head coach Mike McCarthy says he started to see improvement in all three phases this week, and says that what he saw from his team against the Steelers is a reflection of what this team is truly capable of. Dallas enters the bye at 2-7, and McCarthy says now it's time to start stacking wins.
Okay, that was a hard fought football game, to say the least. I tell you, I felt that we had contribution from all three phases, and I felt that was clearly our best team football that we played this year. So it was good to see the production, starting with the offense and moving the football, and the ability to stay with the run and pass mix. They primarily played base defense to and load it up against the run, try to obviously make the passing game be the emphasis. I thought Kellen Moore showed great patience. I thought the defense really built off of what we've established the last couple of weeks. So really feel the defensive group, more comfortable. Obviously, just playing together, and I think we're past the spot where we're out there thinking. So special teams, we knew we needed a big play or two big plays in the game today, and we were able to get that on both the throwback and the kickoff return. So tough game, but once again it came down to taking care of the football. So we have to get rid of that. That has haunted us all year, and we obviously had more penalties than they did. So love the way the guys fight. Proud of what we had to go through to get to this point. We just keep having a challenge after challenge, and these guys keep answering it. So disappointed, very disappointed. I felt our players did enough today to beat an excellent football team. So, but that did not happen. With that, I'll take your questions.
Mike, how do you assess Gilbert's performance today as far as being able to run what you wanted to offensively and keeping you in this game and giving you a chance to win it?
I thought Garrett kept us in good place. I mean, there's a lot that was going on with, at the line of scrimmage. So, I mean, he was prepared. You can see it during the course of the week. He was getting more and more comfortable as he had the opportunity to exercise the game plan. So I thought he definitely brought it from the practice field to the game today. So, I mean, really, the only negative in the performance was the two turnovers.
Cowboys get some R&R time on their bye week until they play the Minnesota Vikings in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching Cowboys Flashback. I'm Dani Sureck, and I'll see you next time.